Hello, my name is Taylor. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be another Battle of the Books. So this is the third installment of this video series that I'm doing. I had done 2022 and 2023 previously, so if you are interested in checking those out, make sure you go and check out the description box for those. This time around, we're doing my reading year for 2024, and I read 44 books that year. And if you've never seen this video concept before, what I do is I draw books out of here two at a time to pit against each other to see which one I prefer out of the two. All the winners get put back in the jar and pitted against each other until I end up with one winner. So who's it going to be? I have no idea. The last two videos I surprised even myself. So we'll see how this goes. But let's get the first two options. And by the way, I really appreciate those of you who gave feedback that you liked that I gave short synopses of these books in the initial round so you can have an idea what these are about. So I appreciate that. So I will continue to do that. Okay, first book is Pretense, which is book 5 in the Elven Alliance series by Tara Grace. And I think this one, I can't give too much away because it's book 5, which is the second to last book, but I know it's about spies. So I think I grabbed 2 for that one. The Letter Tree by Rachel Fordham. This is a historical romance. It's clean fiction, not necessarily Christian. I am definitely going to pick Pretense. I did not really like The Letter Tree. It was not a favorite for me. I think I rated it 3 stars. So definitely Pretense I had way more fun with. Let's see, another, I keep picking up 3. Okay. Mountain of Dragons and Sacrifice by Tara Grace, another Tara Grace book. This one was just okay for me. It was still fun. It was cute, but I wanted a little bit more depth to it. Versus Troll Queen, book number 4 in the Elven Alliance series by Tara Grace. We have like 3 in a row that are all by the same author. That is too funny. Oop, I dropped it. Definitely Troll Queen by Tara Grace. I love this series. It's probably my current favorite series of all time. So definitely that one. About to put it in the wrong pile. Okay. Next 2. First one, Dinosaurs Before Dark by Mary Pope Osborne. So that is the first book in the Magic Treehouse series. And fun fact, I love to collect that series. If I see any of them in a thrift store, if I don't already own it, I will buy it. And I am getting very close to owning them all. But anyways, I started to read that series in 2024. I read 2 of them and have yet to pick them up again. So I probably need to restart that. But it was just a nostalgic journey right there. Kind of unfair because, you know, it's a middle grade that is probably more nostalgic versus anything as far as enjoyment. So anyways, this one is going up against Jerusalem's Daughter by Genevieve Malrick. Now this one, she is a fellow YouTuber, so if you aren't subscribed to her, you should go check out her channel. She wrote this is her first book, I think, and this is a biblical fiction story about a young woman who eventually meets Jesus. So I really, really enjoyed that one, so I'm going to say Jerusalem's Daughter. I can talk. All right. First up is A Sea of Golden Chains by Callie Thomas. This is book 2 in a duology. Book 1 is also in here as well. This one is a Little Mermaid retelling where a human turns into a mermaid. I really, really loved that one. I had so much fun with it. It is a little bit more on the passionate side. It's still clean, but it may cross some lines for people, just FYI. That one is going up against Warbound, which is number 2 in the Elven Alliance series by Tara Grace. We're getting into a tough one, like immediately. I loved both of these so much. I don't want to pick. Let's go with, I'm going to say A Sea of Golden Chains because this one I had very much fun with. I did. I loved it. I love both of them. Both of them I think are 5 stars for me. This one, Warbound, it has a lot of time away from well, I should say the couple are apart for a good portion of time. So just for that reason, it's part of the story, like it needed to happen, but pitting those against each other, I think I'm going to go with A Sea of Golden Chains. So still love that book. All right. This is not looking up to be a fun time. A Forest of Stolen Memories by Kelly Thomas. That is book one. So that one is this girl forgets everything, amnesia trope, and she is getting married to someone whenever she like mentally wakes up, doesn't know who he is, gets a wrong feeling about him, and flees into the dark forest and meets a tall, dark, handsome stranger, and things ensue. So that one I really enjoyed too. The one it's going up against is Shield Band by Tara Grace. This is book 6. This is the final book in the Elven Alliance series. This is just not fair. What an interesting pairing to have again. Oh, man. I'm going to say a Shield Band. I'm going to say that one. I liked book 2 in that duology better, so I feel confident in that decision. Ariadne and the Legend of the Fire Rose by Christy A. Cole. So apparently I read multiple books that are written by fellow YouTubers. So Christy's channel, she'll be linked below as well, so you can go check it out. Her book is going up against Living Lies by Natalie Walters. So let me put the brakes on just here. I forgot to tell you what Ariadne is about. It's a young adult clean fantasy about this girl who is in a school for girls, or they're learning like weaponry and fighting and all of that, and there's monsters around them that are invading their school type of thing. So it's really fun. I think she did an excellent job. Can't wait for book 2. Living Lies, however, is a totally different genre. It is Christian romantic suspense, and I was severely underwhelmed by this book. I have since learned that romantic suspense is very rarely for me. So definitely going to choose Ariadne because that is honestly one of my favorite books. Let's give it a good mix. Okay. First up is Hope Between the Pages by Pepper Basham. This is a dual timeline one, centered sort of kind of around Biltmore Estate, and it had some of the best quotes ever that I've ever read from a book. So really enjoyed that one. Versus The Horse and His Boy by C.S. Lewis, which is part of the Chronicles of Narnia. Man, I'm gonna say I really did enjoy The Horse and His Boy. Some people don't, but it had a very different feel from the rest of the Narnia series, but I still really liked it. I'm gonna say, this is a very different vibe here. Romance, 2 different timelines versus fantasy. I'm gonna go with Hope Between the Pages. Reluctantly. Cities of Smoke and Starlight, book 1 in the series by Allie Ernest. This one is a clean fantasy story. It was okay for me. The way it was written to me, it just had me asking more questions than giving me answers, and I just didn't really care for that. And the romance was just not for me. I thought it was childish, but I know some of my friends have really enjoyed that one. So take my review with a grain of salt. Okay, so this one's going up against The Hound of the Baskervilles by Arthur Conan Doyle. Definitely Hound of the Baskervilles. I really, really enjoyed this book. I can't even tell you. This is like October in a book. The atmosphere. And there was a part where I was just like, what? So, I love that book. Hunting Sirens by Mary Meekum. This is book 2 in the Legends of Neverland series. This is a Little Mermaid retelling with a not-so-little merman. I loved it. Versus Tea Room for Two by Susan Page Davis. This is a Christian cozy mystery. I liked this one. It just wasn't a favorite. Definitely prefer Hunting Sirens. 100%. So, let's see. Oh. Okay, let's put these two together. They want to be together. So, Never Fall Again by Lynn H. Blackburn. This is another Christian romantic suspense. Very, 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 very light on the suspense, more on the romantic lines with a lot of family dynamics. There's like a feud going on between two families. I highly recommend, if you're going to read this one, physically read it, because there's a chart in the beginning to help you keep track of everybody. With audio, I was so lost. Who was who? I also didn't really love this one. Versus Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. Definitely Catching Fire. Okay. The Old Lace Shop by Michelle Greet. This is part of the Once Upon a Dickens Christmas trilogy. The other two were in the 2023 video. I finished this one. It was my first one for 2024. So that's why they're split up. This one gave very much like North and South vibes, but at Christmas time. There's some abuse going on there, but it's like past, and the protagonist is like recovering from an abusive marriage because her husband died and she finds love again. So it's going up against The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Side note, I already mentioned Catching Fire. I forgot to say, definitely if you want to read these books, highly recommend the audiobooks with Tatiana Maslany. She did an amazing, amazing job. She sounds just like the movie. I'm not even kidding you. It was amazing. Like, one of the best audiobooks I've ever listened to was the whole series. She did the whole series. So, anyways, I really enjoy The Hunger Games. I read it way back when, reread it this year, and enjoyed it both times. Yeah, I really, as hard as that story is, I really did enjoy it. So, first is Better Watch Out by Natalie Walters. This is a romantic suspense. It's marketed as Christian. I would say it's kind of like everyday type Christian book. But it's a unique combination with Christmas, suspense, a little bit of comedy. So it was fun. It was fun. Let's do this one against The Smeraldo Flower by J.F. Rogers. This one is a very short story, like a combination of Phantom of the Opera and Beauty and the Beast. So this one was really cute, really fun. It read like its own, like it was its own fairy tale or a folk tale that already existed, but this is a brand new story. I'm going to go with The Smeraldo Flower. I like that one. Dinosaurs Before Dark graphic novel adapted by Jenny Laird. So the graphic novels for the Magic Treehouse series, I've only read this one, so take me with a grain of salt, but it was very, very close to the original, and it was fun. Versus Deathwind, which is book 3 in the Elven Alliance series by Tara Grace. There is no competition here. If you can hear my dog groaning, by the way, apologies. He likes to do that when I film. Rude. Okay, these two are stuck together, so they're going to go against each other. First up is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, the final book in the Hunger Games trilogy. So my opinion is that this book depressed me with how Katniss was the entire book, like her mental state, which was understandable, but it was kind of depressing, and it both times I read it, it kind of depressed me, but I did enjoy who she ended up with. I'll just say that. Versus For a Lifetime by Gabriel Meyer. For a Lifetime. Although that is my least favorite book out of the Timeless series that I've read so far. Okay. This one is Mind Games, Kaylee Quinn Profiler Series Book 1 by Nancy Mell. This is a Christian romantic suspense. There's not really much romance in this one. Kaylee can visualize talking to the killer, which is a pretty cool concept. Kind of reminded me of a Sherlock Holmes type character. Versus The Mailbox by Mary Beth Whalen. This one I wanted to love. I did, because it's set in a place that my family used to vacation at every single year, Sunset Beach, North Carolina. If you've never been and you need a quiet place to go to for a vacation on a beach, highly recommend Sunset Beach. So anyways, love that place. This book, however, had cheating in it, so I really did not like it. I should have DNF'd it, but I finished it and gave it 2 stars. So definitely not that one. Dead End, which is book 3 in the Kaylee Quinn series by Nancy Mel, versus Fierce Heart by Tara Grace. Fierce Heart. This is book 1 in the Elven Alliance series. I love this series. So good, so sweet. I loved watching their relationship bloom and them learning to trust each other. It was just, it's so good. If you haven't read it and you love fantasy, you need to read it. All right. Let's do Anne of Avonlea by Ellen Montgomery. This is that book 2? That's book 2. I've only read the first 2, so I don't know why I'm questioning this. Okay, that one's going up against Aberration by Kathy McCrum. This is book 2 in the Recorder, well, actually, Children of the Consortium series. Recorder's book 1. I love this series. Hands down, that one needs to win. Had captured my attention way more. The Anne of Avonlea, I really liked it, but it's more of a slice of life type of stories, and sci-fi is going to win against a slice of life. All right, let's see. Cold Pursuit by Nancy Mel. This is a book 1 in a romantic suspense Christian book series that I did not continue. I just figured out that Nancy Mel is not for me. There's a lot of repetition in her books. Okay, versus Married at Sunrise by Lealoha Humphreys. So neither one of these I really liked that much. Married at Sunrise is a King Thrushbeard retelling. I have since read one that's way better than this one. I did not like the romance in this one either. But out of these 2, I'm going to say Married at Sunrise because I loved the world building for that one. It's like a Hawaii type fantasy world. It was fun. All right. Elf Prince, which is by Tara Grace. This is, I love it when authors do this. This is the original story, but written from the book 1. The original story in the guy's perspective. Love that. So I'm pretty sure that one's going to win unless this one is a humdinger. So that one is Veiled in Smoke by Jocelyn Green. Although I did enjoy this one, it's not going to win. So this is a historical Christian fiction book set shortly after the Civil War, during the Chicago fires, about 2 sisters. It's a good book. It's a lot heavier than you think it would be. There's a lot of mental health type discussion, but Elf Prince was way better in my opinion as far as enjoyment level goes. So, all right. Firestorm, which is book 2 in the Kaylee Quinn series by Nancy Mel, versus Anne of Green Gables. How can you even not pick Anne of Green Gables? She is just, she's a classic, yeah, obviously, but she is just one of the best characters ever, right? So that's not even a competition. Recorder by Kathy McCrum. There's book 1. I love Recorder. She's another favorite character of all time. Versus Guardian by Kathy McCrum. This is not even fair. Book 1 versus book 3. No. I loved both of them. I really did. I really want to actually reread the series, which is not typical for me. I think I'm going to say Recorder because, I don't know, just seeing the characters grow to love each other and become like a found family, I really enjoyed that aspect of it. It is a romance, by the way. if that sells you for it. Oh, yay. I was about to be so mad that I left out another one because I was like, there's 44. I know there's supposed to be 44. And I was only feeling one, but there's 2. So yay, I did this right. Realms of Wraith and Ruin, which is book 2 after Cities of Smoke and Starlight by Allie Ernest. I did enjoy book 2 a lot better than book 1. Their romance was a lot more palatable. Versus Fragile Designs by Colleen Coble. This one is a Christian romantic suspense, but I like this one. This one has a Fabergé egg mystery in it. I'm going to say Fragile Designs, which is surprising going up against a fantasy. So, okay, let's do round 2. Inevitably, I drop one. Inevitably. I feel like I went through that round pretty fast, but my time says it's 25 minutes, so let's try to pick up some speed. Okay, Elf Prince by Tara Grace versus Anne of Green Gables. Don't hate me, classic lovers, but I'm going to say Elf Prince. I love Anne. Anne's a 5-star read. Favorite of all time, but I love Elf Prince more. Mind Games by Nancy Mel versus, if I can open it, Aberration by Kathy McCrum. Aberration, for sure. Married at Sunrise by Leah Humphreys versus Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. Definitely Catching Fire. I was just going to say what team I was, but then that would, if you somehow don't know who she ends up with, that would be a spoiler. Okay. Fragile Designs by Colleen Coble versus A Sea of Golden Chains by Callie Thomas. A Sea of Golden Chains. Gotta hurry up before my kids wake up. The Smeraldo Flower by J.F. Rogers versus The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. The Hunger Games. That one is the winner. Okay. Fierce Heart by Tara Grace versus Shield Band number 6. So another first and last in a series. I gotta say the first one. The first one is where it's at because it has the original couple in it. Hope Between the Pages by Pepper Basham versus Pretense, which is book 5 by Tara Grace. Pretense. Can you tell how much I love that series? I hope I convinced some of you to read it. Jerusalem's Daughter by Jonathan Malrick versus The Hound of the Baskervilles by Arthur Conan Doyle. I'm going to say The Hound of the Baskervilles. I really did love both of those. Okay. Ariadne and the Legend of the Fire Rose by Christy A. Cole versus Troll Queen number 4 by Tara Grace. Man. I'm actually going to say Ariadne. Like, no joke. This is one of my least favorite out of the series, so I can confidently say I like Ariadne better. Recorder versus Hunting Sirens by Mary Meekum. Oh no. I love both of these. There is a pretty big plot twist in Hunting Sirens. However, I'm going to say Recorder. That was tough. I'm making myself pick quickly, so it was painful though. Deathwind, book 3 in the Elven Alliance series by Tara Grace versus For a Lifetime by Gabriel Meyer. Definitely Deathwind, because For a Lifetime, it was good, but, oh, I'm out. Okay, it was good, but again, the Elven Alliance series is my fave. Ariadne versus Deathwind. Ugh. I'm going to say Deathwind. Poor Ariadne. I'm sorry. Okay. Fierce Heart by Tara Grace versus Pretense by Tara Grace. Definitely book one, I think, is better because, again, the original couple is in that one. A Sea of Golden Chains by Callie Thomas versus Recorder by Kathy McCrum. Recorder. Another tough one. I love that. I love those two books. The Hunger Games versus Catching Fire. Why do I keep having the ones in a series up against each other? Oh, I think I like Catching Fire better than book one because Katniss realizes some things about feelings. The Hound of the Baskervilles versus Elf Prince by Tara Grace. Elf Prince. Another hard one. Oh no, how did I end up with? Oh, okay. Okay, that's probably. Hopefully that's right. I don't know. We're just going now because my kids are going to wake up. So, and you may hear my neighbors getting their lawn done. So, sorry if you hear that. Fierce Heart by Tara Grace versus Deathwind by Tara Grace. I gotta go with book one, I guess. The one that started it all. Although that does have the original couple in it still. And they come a long way. Oh my goodness, they come a long way. Recorder by Kathy McCrum versus Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. Recorder. Aberration versus Elf Prince. Elf Prince. Is that it? Okay. All right, we're real close to finding out who's going to be the winner. Hopefully I did this right. I always question myself, like, did I put them in the right pile? All right. Recorder versus Fierce Heart. I should know this would be hard. We have a sci-fi against a fantasy, two of my all-time favorite books. I'm gonna go with Fierce Heart. I should have kept that so I can have my top three. Oh, this is not even fair. Does this even count? Oh my goodness. This is literally the same story, but in two different perspectives. I mean, there's more. Okay, it is Fierce Heart versus Elf Prince. So this is literally book one, the original versus the one written from the guy's perspective. So does this even count? I swear I did not do that on purpose. I guess I have to go with the original, even though, yeah. So does this even count? So yeah, I'm gonna grab them so you can see them in person. It's a good test to see how much I love a book if I have it in physical form. So in third place, we have Recorder by Kathy McCrum. In second place, we have Elf Prince by Tara Grace. In first place, we have Fierce Heart by Tara Grace. So here they are in all of their glory. Ta-da! These are the ones that won. So I highly recommend these three books if you love clean sci-fi and fantasy. So let me know if you were surprised by any of my choices. I love hearing what y'all think. Have a blessed day, y'all. Bye.